Hey Alex and studio. I wanted to show you really quick how to fix these guys. These are your lav mics. This is lav mic number 6. And the reason I took it home with me a long time ago, and it's been sitting on my workbench, is that we were getting static when an XLR mic or an XLR cable was plugged into this mic. And so as the cable moved, it would cause all kinds of static in here. And if you notice, you can see that these pins right here, the 3 pins for the XLR, are actually loose. The whole thing moves. So I wanted to show you how to take it apart and fix it. So you just want to take a regular screwdriver, number 1, Phillips, and there's a screw right in the back here holding the clip on. So you're going to unscrew that, and that's going to let you take off the clip and that little screw. And then inside there, there's an additional screw. So you're going to take that one out as well. Then you want to go ahead and pop off your battery cover. And then you're going to want to hold it so that it's tilted down away from the cable, so that the mic cable and the XLR port are pointed up just slightly, about 45 degrees. And then you want to lift the front off of here and bring that up. And the reason you want to keep it at this angle, you'll notice here on the back that there's these 2 little ports, and that's going to let it come out. But the reason that we want to leave it angled like that is because there's a washer inside here. Come on. There we go. And so right inside here, actually it's now attached to this. So on the back side of here, there's this little tiny washer, and it usually will come off, and it will end up floating around inside the case here. So you want to make sure that you don't leave that floating around in the case, because it will cause all kinds of issues because it's going to short out other stuff. But you can see right here that that's where that washer goes. And the opposite side of the plate, there you go, is where that washer meets up. And so when you're putting it back, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to drop the washer into that spot. Let's see if I can. There you go. And then you're going to drop that in, not in your laptop, but rather in the slot. And then you want to keep it at this angle as you're putting the plate back on, so that that washer ends up in the correct spot. If you tip it, it's going to slide around again and then come out, or short something out. Okay, but in any event, there's this little screw right here, and it's a standard screw, but it's a tiny one. And you can see here that these pins are loose, so you can see that they jiggle there when I hit them with the screwdriver. So I'm going to take a really small screwdriver and I'm just going to very gently go in there and tighten up this screw until it's nice and snug. And then you'll see here that these pins don't move at all. So now when the XLR cable is plugged into there, and if someone's got it clipped to them, it's not going to cause all kinds of static. So that's how to fix that. So then to put it back together, you're going to take that washer that we talked about and place it in there. So again, it's going to go right up in there, but you want to hold it at an angle and get that placed in the right spot. And the washer might look funky because it's got a wave to it, but that's okay, it's supposed to. Then I'm going to take this plate and I'm going to put the 2 bumps into the 2 holes in the back. And then as I hold this at an angle, I'm going to close it down and make sure that my washer is still in that right spot. Yep. And then I can close that down. And now that's there. And I'm squeezing it nice and tight. So I'm going to take that little silver screw and I'm going to drop it inside there. And I'm going to, so that you guys can see this, going to go ahead and tighten that up. Come on, click in there. There we go. And you don't want to strip it, but you do want to make sure that that's nice and snug. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the clip back on here. So the clip sits like this. And I'm going to place it there. And then I'm going to drop the screw on. And if you've got a magnetic screwdriver, it definitely is a little bit easier. And we're going to go ahead and tighten that clip onto there. There we go. And then we've got it. Now, at this point in time, if you've got a mic and the clip is bent outward, so it's kind of popping off of people when they're holding on to it, you can take this apart, or while it's apart, you can take this and simply put it into a vise and very gently just give it a little bit of a squeeze, and that's going to tighten that up. And you'll probably experiment a little bit and you'll probably end up getting it a little too tight and need to bend it back, or not tight enough and go for it again. Memory, the metal is going to have a little bit of memory, so you tend to need to go a little bit more than you think you need, and then that metal will spring back. And then we can go ahead and put this final screw in for the clip. There we go. And now it's all nice and tight, and I can jiggle it around and I don't hear a washer or anything moving around. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put the battery cover back on. I don't have a battery in it right now. Then I just want to double check and make sure that the switches move okay and that they're not loose and floppy or too tight and something's kinked in there. But that works fine. I can push on the push and pop the cap for the battery, so that works good. There we go. And then I just want to look over my cable here and make sure that this is not bent or kinked funny. It's not because I would have just done something to it right now, but it's more just in general. We just want to keep a good care of those. But now I can see that these are nice and tight, and when an XLR cable is connected, it's not going to make any noise. Then to wrap these up, I'm just going to simply take my finger and hold it up. I've got a Band-Aid on because I cut myself with a razor blade today. And I'm going to just very gently and loosely wind this cable up around my fingers. There we go. And the idea behind this is just to have it be contained and not bouncing around. And so then I'm going to go ahead and put this into the mic bag. And I'm going to place it in the mic bag so that the switch is right there. That way, if someone's checking all the mic bags, they can unzip, see that it's actually powered off, and then zip it right back up. And they don't have to take it out or anything. So there is your GHS mic number 6, and it is all good and should work well for you now. So, and now you know how to fix it in case you need to.